ChaseNCredit, back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about dealing with the absence of credit history, and that's a big one because it's a lot what a lot of business owners deal with. Pretty much almost what all business owners deal with at some point or another, starting out on this adventure of business credit. And it's a lot of times it's daunting because, it's like, okay, you say, okay, Chase, I need to go and apply for business credit. I need business credit. And, I need to have business credit, especially when these opportunities come my way, so I can take advantage of these opportunities by having business credit. Okay? And then you go out and you start this journey of applying for business credit, and then you might be told no, and or get disapproved once you start applying for business credit, and then you ask, why did I get disapproved? And they tell you, well, because you don't have any business credit. And now you're scratching your head, right? Like, man, well, how do I get business credit if I don't have business credit history? How can I start? How can I even begin? I gotta have the end in mind. This is crazy, right? Somebody's got to give me a chance. Somebody help me, please. But one thing I don't want you to do is get, all caught up and in your head and say, forget this, throw in a towel and say, you know what, this is a bunch of bull. I know this is going to be harder than it was, it was said to be. So, but hey, when you was younger, a lot younger, and you started to walk and you fell down and you bumped your knee, you got a boo-boo, did you say, hey, walking's, wasn't in the cards for me. I guess it wasn't meant for me to walk, so, I ain't gonna try that no more. I doubt it, right? And I know that's a little simple. Bad example. But, my wife said I got dry humor. But, but let's look at it like this. There's gonna be some steps we gotta take. And baby steps. That's gonna come into play. So you don't go out there and hurt yourself. But at the same time, we're gonna have to acquire business credit little by little, right? But the best thing that we can do, or you can do, and I'm here with you, is to at least have it in our mind that we are going to apply for business credit, right? That right now, where we're at, that we are dealing with the absence of credit history, right? And that's the same thing with personal credit, right? At some point in our personal credit history or experience, we didn't have a lot of personal credit. Some of us might still be in that situation. And there's going to be people who don't want to lend us personal credit or more personal credit because we don't have a whole lot of personal credit, right? The way that works, or we have experienced, I'm sure, is we might want to go and apply for, a $50,000 car, but the highest thing that we've ever applied for might have been something that was only, $7,000. So in their eyes, it don't look like that we can that we're responsible enough to handle something credit worthy enough to handle something credit wise, this $50,000. Now that's a merchant, they got this rating scale, who's saying, this person, the most they've ever borrowed was $7,000, but now they're trying to apply for something that's $50,000, and that's a big gap. And I'm sure if you was in their shoes, you'd probably look at it that way too and say, that's a big risk to give them, on their second loan. And a lot of these merchants, they're risk adverse. So you got to work your way up. So maybe the next thing you want to borrow, something in the middle, maybe like $18,000 or $22,000. So, it's going to be the same thing for the business. But you got to start somewhere. But that's why I'm constantly saying, you got to be out there chasing credit, right? That's why it's important to be chasing credit. Why? Because there's going to come a time when you're going to need that business credit, and you'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? As Will Smith says, if you're ready, you don't have to get ready. So be working on it now. Put yourself in a position now where you would already have it. Then be in court with your pants down. Opportunity comes. Ringing the doorbell, and it's constantly ringing, but you looking out the peephole, scared to answer the door because it's opportunity out there, and you don't want to answer the door because you didn't put in the work, you didn't go out and get business credit, you don't have the cash, you don't have anybody else who would reach out and take a risk on you and give you the money or leverage their credit because you didn't put in the work. So why open the door? You might as well just keep looking through the peephole and watch opportunity just walk up the street and go to the competitor who's just right up the street, right? Watch opportunity to go over there and watch your competitor right across the street. Just go knock on their door, and your competitor just opens the door and invites them in, and they just sit down over tea and crumpets, work the deal out that you couldn't take because you didn't have the business credit, the cash flow, the revenue, to take advantage of the opportunity that was sitting right there for you because you didn't put in the work. You wasn't out chasing credit before you needed it. So, those are the things that we got to think about now and getting ourselves in position, because there's going to come a time. It really is. And I'd hate to be, the one that my voice comes up in your head and says, man, that dude and that wear them vests every day, who likes to wear vests, and comes out every day in them videos, he said there's going to come a time when I'm going to need that business credit, and here I am needing business credit. I'd hate to be that voice, but I'm telling you, it's going to come a time. Because I was there, and I remember somebody's voice coming up on mine, and I was like, I messed my credit up, or I don't have business credit, or I don't have anybody who can, come to, my rescue who could help me get this business deal. I was there, and I was patting my pockets, unfortunately. Or I burned down some bridges, whatever the case is. I was stuck like Chuck. But again, this does not have to be you. You don't have to apply this to your current or upcoming situation or opportunity, right? Just something to put in your little hat rack and let it, bounce around a couple times. Because I'm going to be back with more videos. I'm on a mission, and the more I do this, the more it sticks in my head, right? Of what I need to be doing. Because I'm being honest with you, I'm out there every day chasing credit, right? And the more I chase credit, the more position I'm going to be for myself, and the more position I'm going to be to help my clients and my team help my clients and help more people, because that's what I want to do. I want to help more people, because when I was back in those dismal situations and stuck like Chuck and didn't see no way out and wondering how in the hell I got here, and I knew how I got here. I mean, I wanted to blame somebody, right? But really, to be honest, the only person I could blame was myself, because at that time I was the only one sitting there in the little pity pot. So really, I just want to be able to help y'all not be in the situation that I was. I can't help everybody, right? And because even at that time, I couldn't even help myself. But I believe with the information that I have now and the information that I'm consistently learning and applying, that's the main thing, application, that I can help some people, right? And that's what I want to do. And I feel like that's gonna fill up that little hole inside of me, or that hole that I had back then that couldn't be filled up with anything else. Being of service, that's how I feel. That's what I'm working on now. I feel like God gives us all gifts, so I feel like I have that information now, and it's not going to do me all the good to just keep it to myself. So on that note, just to bring it to an end, again, I love to be on this journey with y'all any way I can, to help y'all get out there and be chasing that credit, so that credit that you bring under your arm can come into your company and add to your ability to bring on the next couple of employees, so you don't have to be the only one. Can give you the ability to get you some office space, right? So you can see some more people every day and feel like your company is growing. It can also get you in a position where you can bring on some more inventory, so you can bring on a little marketing company, a social media company. It can do some social media marketing agency who can do that way better than you. The old saying, do what you do best and pay for the rest. All the things that you could do that would allow you to bring on some additional resources that would just allow you now to go out there and just focus on what you do as a business owner, industry leader in your company, right? And that way you can bring in revenue in your company and then start growing your company instead of wearing all the hats and then being able to start learning more things and growing your business. And then really sitting back and realizing, why in the hell you do all this instead of being stressed out, trying to do it all. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt. It don't work out exactly the way you want it like that. There's more to it than that. So hopefully you got something out of this. Learning about the absence of business credit history, and but feeling better about the fact that that's going to change. You just got to apply yourself and keep showing up and realizing that it's like anything else. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and that's going to change. And one day, before you know it, you're going to have business credit. You're going to have a history file, just like you did on your personal. It's going to happen, right? Good. So again, this was Chase with ChaseNCredit, and we're going to talk to you soon, probably tomorrow, about another topic, and we're going to keep it moving. And I hope y'all have a nice day.